The night the spirits answered him was the same night he stopped being human. People say no one should ever challenge what they cannot see, but Okoro did. And what happened next still haunts me. Hello, friends. If you love our stories, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell. In the heart of a quiet village called Umu-aja, where the wind carried whispers through ancient Baobab trees and the moon seemed closer than the sky itself, there lived a man named Okoro. Okoro was strong, tall, fearless, but there was something else about him, something dangerous. He did not believe, not in the spirits, not in the ancestors, not in the sacred rules that guided the village for generations. While others poured libation at dawn, Okoro laughed. While elders warned of unseen forces, he shook his head. Stories, he would say, just stories to scare children. The villagers feared many things: the forest at night, the sacred river, the hill no one climbed after sunset. But Okoro feared nothing, and that was his flaw. The village itself was alive with tradition. At sunrise, women pounded yam while children chased goats across dusty paths. The smell of roasted corn filled the air. Drums echoed in the evenings, calling the spirits of joy. But there were also rules. Never whistle at night. Never answer your name if called from the forest after dark. Never mock what you do not understand. Okoro broke them all. At first, people ignored him. Then, they started watching him, because something about his defiance felt wrong. One evening, as the sky turned red and the air grew still, Okoro sat under the great Baobab tree with a group of elders. Old Mama Ezine spoke softly. "The spirits are restless these days," she said. "They do not like being forgotten." Okoro laughed. "Then let them come and speak for themselves." The air shifted. Even the birds went silent. Mama Ezine's eyes narrowed. "You do not call them like that, child." But Okoro stood up. "I will go to the forest tonight," he said boldly. "I will call these spirits, and if they do not answer, then we will all know the truth." A murmur spread through the crowd. Fear, real fear, because no one went into the forest at night. But Okoro only smiled, and that was the beginning. That night, the village felt different, too quiet. Even the dogs refused to bark. Okoro prepared himself with nothing but a torch and his pride. As he walked toward the forest, his friend Chike ran after him. "Okoro, stop this," Chike pleaded. "This is not a game." Okoro didn't turn. "If the spirits are real," he said, "then tonight they will show themselves." Chike grabbed his arm. "And if they do?" Okoro paused, then smiled. "Then I will not be afraid." The forest swallowed him whole. The trees stood like silent watchers. The wind moved in strange patterns. Crickets stopped singing. And suddenly, the silence became heavy. Okoro walked deeper, step by step, torch flickering, heart steady. But something was watching him. He felt it, but he refused to admit it. He reached a clearing, the place the elders warned about. The ground there was cold, too cold, even in the heat of the night. Okoro raised his torch high. "Spirits!" he shouted. His voice echoed. "Come out! Show yourselves!" Nothing happened. He laughed. "Is this what the village fears? Shadows?" He turned around, but then a whisper, soft, behind him. "Okoro!" He froze. Slowly, he turned. No one, just trees, just darkness. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. That was not the wind. He swallowed, then spoke again, louder. "I am not afraid of you." The torch flickered violently. The wind rose. Leaves spun in circles. And then, a second voice. Clearer. Closer. You should be. Okoro's smile faded, just for a moment, but his pride returned. Show yourself. Silence. Then, laughter. Not human, not animal. Something else. Something ancient. The ground beneath him trembled slightly, and that's when Okoro realized he was no longer alone. Figures began to form in the darkness, not fully visible, not fully real. Shapes, shadows, eyes that glowed faintly, watching him, surrounding him. Okoro stepped back. His torch went out. Now only the moonlight remained. "What do you want?" he demanded. The voices answered together. "You called us." His heart began to race. For the first time, Okoro felt fear, but he hid it. "You are nothing," he said, his voice shaking slightly. "Just illusions." The shadows moved closer. "You doubt us," one whispered. "You mock us," another said. "You challenge us," a third voice echoed. Then silence, a deep, heavy silence. And then prove yourself. Okoro frowned. "What do you mean?" The air grew colder. "Stay until dawn," the voices said. "If you survive, we will leave your village forever." Okoro hesitated, just for a second, but his pride spoke louder. "I accept." But that was a mistake. No, I take it back." But it was too late. The figure that looked like Chike reached out its hand. "Stay," it said. Its voice was calm, too calm. "You wanted proof." Okoro screamed, "I believe! I believe!" But the forest did not care. The spirits did not care, because belief came too late. The shadows wrapped around him, cold, heavy, pulling him down. His body refused to move. His voice disappeared. Only his thoughts remained. What happened next still haunts me, because some say they heard him begging until dawn. Others say he never made a sound at all. When the sun rose, the villagers gathered at the edge of the forest. No one spoke. Even the bravest stayed behind. Chike stepped forward slowly. "Okoro?" he called. No answer. They found the clearing, but something was wrong. The ground was untouched. No footprints, no signs of struggle. Nothing, except a single object. Okoro's torch, cold, broken. Mama Azine sighed. "He has joined them." Chike fell to his knees. "No, he was just trying to prove something." The old woman shook her head. "No, he was trying to challenge what should never be challenged." Days passed, then weeks. Okoro never returned. But sometimes, at night when the wind moves just right, people say they hear a voice calling from the forest. Soft, desperate. "Help me." And no one answers, because they know it is not him anymore. In our world, there are things we see and things we do not. But just because you cannot see something does not mean it is not watching you. Respect is not fear, but lack of respect can become destruction. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. The spirits do not need your belief to exist, but they will make you believe if you challenge them. If this story taught you something, don't forget to subscribe to Tales Under Baobab.